Welcome back everyone to Magius Plays The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time, we got the map for the Hateno region. And now, we're going to continue making our way to Hateno Valley, or Hateno Village. Which we can see right over there. Will we be able to get directly there from here? Probably not, but we'll give it a go anyways. There is a lot of stuff around that we can go and explore if we want to, but for right now, I'm just going to do this. I'm a little bit low on stamina here. There's a shrine nearby. And some travelers in need. Well, let's pull out our spear and help him, shall we? That's one rescued. And the other got beat up. Well, at least there was someone nearby to help him. We were minding our own business, hunting for truffles, and then wham! Monsters out of nowhere. I blame my sister, really. She's the one who refuses to go home until we find some hardy truffles. At least you're fine. We're traveling all over to find hardy truffles. I know. It's dangerous for two folks to travel on their own these days. You don't have to tell me twice. But when I think about how wonderful these truffles taste, all the worries and warnings melt away. Well, truffles are actually well worth going for. Because they're one of the few ingredients that you can use to make stuff that completely refills your health. It's not terribly useful at this point in the game. But later on, ooh, boy is that going to be nice. I have this guy to deal with now. Another broom. And they do seem to love the farm implements here. Prime meat. Next step up from the raw meat we've been getting earlier. And fetches even a better price if you sell a cooked stack of 5 of them. And we could probably use a bit more money here before too long. But I don't think that we're able to get that reliably enough yet to really justify going out hunting. At least not at the moment. Now that we're here, there are a few things we can do. We can get an egg, which is nice. Useful in a variety of recipes. But we can't get anything special from the Cuckoos. Just like every other game in the series, if you attack them too much, they attack back. Hey, traveler, right? I could tell. Well, there's not a whole lot in this village, but knock yourself out. Nothing of interest? Well, nothing might be going a little overboard. We do have a dye shop. Don't think they have one of those in other towns. You also have Mount Lanayru up to the north. See it? Mount Lanayru? Yeah, Mount Lanayru's interesting. Spring of Wisdom, the Princess of Hyrule used for purification, is said to be somewhere in that mountain. Special fountain? That the princess had to endure hardship to visit? I bet the royal family left a treasure there. Well, at least maybe they could have. I would have if I was royal. Anyway, Mount Lanayru is a mysterious place, and it's engulfed in ice. If there is treasure, no one's getting it. Well, if you have some time to kill, feel free to have a look around up there. I'll get there eventually. For now, though, I don't think I have quite enough cold weather gear to make it through intact, shall we say. But he did say there's a dye shop around here. Oh, there's the shrine. And that can be pretty useful. Grab up a bunch of gear that you want a certain color, put it on, and take 5 pieces of that gear, or 5 pieces of something the color you want to turn it into, and you can turn basically anything you want into any color you want. We have a nice goddess statue here. But we only have 1 spirit orb, so that's not going to be terribly useful at the moment. Still, I'll go ahead and mark that down on the map. Special quest that we could potentially do there, but don't really get a whole lot interesting out of it, so I'll leave that by the wayside. If you want to see what it does, you're more than welcome to pick up the game and play it, and see what you get for it. Let's see how we get up to the shrine. That's not going to help anything out. Oh, we're myself getting up here, but we got here. And in we go. Now, these shrines are pretty interesting, because you have to use motion controls to get through them. This particular one is a maze that you need to work to get through. It's tricky to say the least. If you want to, you can just turn the controller upside down and basically bypass the maze. But it's actually pretty tricky trying to do that. Oh. Or I could get it on my 3rd try. Okay. Now, let's line this up. That might work. Well, that certainly won't work. Maybe like this. Oh, come on. Down we go again. Unfortunately, getting this treasure chest is kind of tricky. Oh, got a couple tries left at it. Let's come in over here. Bit of a shorter jump there. New and better bow. We've got plenty of these. Five attack bows. Let's drop one and get a 10 attack bow. We can just make our way right back out. And finish this up. Yeah. Reuse Zoid's halfway to our next heart container. And it's still raining. Now over here, I have a bit of a quest we can do, but it's not one that I'll be getting to for quite a while yet. Not until I get the... I'll get to a good hunting area. But we do have a fire here. So, let me share with you the best one of the best recipes in the game. Just take 2 Hylian shrooms, or 2 apples, both of which you can find all over the place, and a hearty something. A hearty radish, hearty truffle, hearty fish, and put those together, toss those in. You get a recipe that recovers all of your hearts and gives you some hearts besides. Really useful, especially in the late game, but not something that I'll be using a whole lot early. Instead, what I'm going to be using early is using up some of those ingredients that give me defense up, and using those when I get in trouble. Don't really heal up a lot of hearts, but they boost your defense for a moderate amount of time. And they're good for getting through a tough fight that you aren't quite geared up enough for yet. And that'll do for the moment. You do have a limited number of meal spaces, so you don't want to go and turn everything into meals right now. no matter how much you may want to. And we are going to be getting a lot better ingredients to make food from, at least in terms of selling along the way. We wanna talk to him. Hey! Need something from me? What are you doing? In case it's not obvious, I'm demolishing a vacant house. Times are rough, not a lot of buyers, you know? So the villagers decided it was best to just tear it down. I can buy it. Well, not yet, but I will be able to. Oh, get a load of young moneybags. Just want to buy it, huh? Okie-doo. Let me lay it out for you. See this house? Been vacant for years. So the villagers had a meeting, argued, voted, and decided to tear it down. The demolition costs with associated fees, permits, and other such details come in at 50,000 rupees. It's gonna be a while for me to get that. I can't do that yet. Figured. When I was your age, I had serious money problems too, so I know how it feels all too well. Alright, look. Here's the deal. Just for you, I'll pay you a special price of 3,000 rupees. But in return, I'm going to need you to bring me 30 wood bundles. Building materials, you know how it is. Anyway, you understand the terms? Then get to it, and show me what you're built out of. That's a construction joke.
Hi.
Hudson, Carson, stop what you're doing. You got it. Yeah, we'll be doing this one down the road. It's... gathering up the wood's not that big a deal, but it takes a while to get up the money for it. And I do need a new sledgehammer, so... Sorry, Mop. Need to clean up my inventory a bit. So with that little bit out of the way, and the rain finally coming to an end, we can continue making our way on up and get to, well, one of a few things that we really want to do here. So first, let's see, where? Right across the way there. First, let's stop in at the clothing store and see what they have on offer. Dye shop, clothing store. Assuming they're still open, of course. Yep. So we have the Hylian gear, which already got that. Have the warm doublet. Already have that. But what we really want are the soldier's guild, or soldier's gear. It's pretty expensive, but we've got lots of stuff we can sell. I don't think I'm going to need 60 of those. Let's drop off 30 of them for the time being. Drop off 8 ambers. I don't think we really need much more than that. And that should give us a decent amount of money to get the armor. It's defense 4, which isn't quite as good as what we have on right now. But once we upgrade it, it's going to be better. Basically wipes us out money-wise. But well, once I get to a good farming spot, I'll be able to make that money back really easily. Now, one last thing to do, which is really the main reason we came here. You can run right up this way and get the next quest objective. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a jog to get all the way up there. Might as well grab some apples along the way. Oh, she's angry about something. Hey, you! Yes? What do you want? Oh, don't act so clueless. Although, fine. You seem harmless enough. Forgive me, I've just been on an edge with all these monsters running around. They come up from Hateno Beach to steal my sheep. If someone doesn't do something soon, I won't have any left. So, got some monsters we'll need to deal with at some point. But they can wait for a bit. For now, let's climb on up here. Looks like it's going to be cloudy for the next few hours. So we should be able to get through this next bit pretty handily. Hateno Ancient Lab, Tech Lab, no soliciting. Hateno Ancient Tech Lab, mind the lanterns. Yes, lanterns are there to tell you, basically make sure you know where to go to get up here. And finally, Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. If the flame is blue, the furnace is hot. Do not touch. Important to keep in mind, but not something you really need to know. And here, we have Pura. Good evening. This is the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. Do you have some business with the director? That's right. The director is in the back. A terribly busy person, that one. Please try to keep it brief. Good evening. I imagine you've never seen so many books in one place. Pretty incredible, isn't it? We've gathered all of Hyrule's known literature on ancient civilizations here. As for the actual number of books, well... Is that thing on your waist? Is that a Sheikah? There's no mistaking it. That's a real Sheikah slate, isn't it? I've never actually seen one in person. If you could just show me the runes on it, I'd be most appreciative. Stasis, magnesis, yes. The remote bomb and cryonis. And what else? Let's see. So that's it for runes, but, strange. It doesn't seem like you have the basic runes. I don't understand why they're missing. There must be some reason. Where are my manners? I nearly forgot to introduce myself. My name is Simon. You are... Link, right? You know my name? Lady Impa caught me up to speed. You see, we were told a young man holding a Sheikah slate will appear, and you must do all you can to help him. He will be the hope that awakens from the slumber of restoration. His name will be Link. Oh dear, I forgot to tell you something very important. Director, listen, Miss Director, this is a real Sheikah slate. Director? Oh, that's right, I haven't introduced you, our director. Miss Pura happens to be right over there. As the Hateno Ancient Lab Director, Miss Pura is the world's foremost authority on ancient Hyrule culture. Check it! Yeah, they do a little bit of a baited switch here, which is completely obvious if you're paying attention to what Lady Impa has to say. I have the utmost respect for Miss Pura and all she's accomplished. I'm honored to be her assistant. On that note, Link. You see, the director may look like a young girl, but, well, maybe it's not my place to be telling you these things. You should talk to Miss Pura herself. Yes, we should. Hey, are you surprised? The director of this laboratory is not Simon, it's me! Snappity snap! Anyway, Link, do you remember any dreams from your time in the Slumber of Restoration? You don't look like you've changed a bit in the last 100 years, but something must have happened in all that time. Well, no matter, I'm just happy you're still in one piece. Linky, what's that look? You still remember me, right? No, I don't. Really? Well, I'm so shocked. I don't know if I'll ever be able to recover from this. Even though, 100 years ago, I took you to the Shrine of Resurrection after Calamity Ganon fatally wounded you. Even though I was the one who put you safely into the Slumber of Restoration. Despite all that, you still don't remember me. Nope, not a clue. As expected. After 100 years in the Slumber of Restoration, subject has lost all memories. Noted. Oh, sorry. I have a bad habit of taking notes rather abruptly like that. It's a charming quirk, isn't it? Well, if you say so. Anywho, do you have any questions for me? Aren't you a child? How very rude. Or perhaps it's not rude at all. I suppose that's actually a rather logical conclusion to jump to. The truth is, I look this way because of failed experiment. Well, I say failed, but in some ways it was a success. I documented the full affair in my diary upstairs. But the whole thing is embarrassing, so I insist you refrain from reading it. Okay. Anyway, enough about that. Back to the topic at hand. Here you are, after 100 years. Here to defeat Calamity Ganon. Who is growing in strength at every passing moment. And to rescue our beloved Princess Zelda, that is, if you've got the courage to try. Well, courage is something we have in great supply. And to help the one true hero, I, the one and only Pura, will restore the basic functions missing from the Sheikah Slate. And what do you say to that? Yes, please. I knew you'd say that! Alright then. First I need you to run an errand for me. What's with that look on your face? You didn't think I'd fix your Sheikah Slate for free, did you? No, not really. You're pretty considerate for a young person. But then, I suppose that's because you're actually over 100 years old. Let me explain what this errand entails. You know that unlit furnace on the wall just outside this laboratory? Could you please bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace in town? Oh, and also use it to light our furnace. That sweet little guidance stone will start working once you do that, allowing us to restore your missing runes. I wonder if young women these days still say things like sweet and double. Oh well, I suppose it doesn't matter anyways. Okay then, I'm counting on you for that. For that blue flame. And this is why I was worried about whether it was raining, or it's going to be raining or not. You see that blue glowing bit all the way down there? That's where the blue flame is. We need to get that and bring it all the way back up here. Now, fortunately, it is not raining, which is the most important thing. And there aren't any monsters we have to worry about. Just glide on down, grab it, run back through the village, and bring it back to the lab without having to worry about much of anything. Except if it's raining. Wrong one. If it's raining, we have a lot more to worry about. We have that. Can't climb. Can't swim. And I just made a silly mistake. Well, so we figured that would happen, but thought I'd see if I could actually make it. So, nope. I am going to have to go down this way, and up through the village. And here we are. All the way back up here. Just light the furnace. Lights up a teleportation spot. That's one we'll be using a few times throughout our journey. Now we can run back in. Talk to Pura. Good morning. Linky, thank you so much. Now then, take a look over there. The guidance stone must be starting to react. There's nothing mysterious about it. This is pure science. Yeah, my sweet little guidance stone. You sure know how to make this old researcher's heart flutter. Well then, let's go ahead and restore those Chica Slate runes for you. Give me a nice snap. Go on. No time to be shy about it. Snap. Nice one. Okay then, Chica Slate repair underway. Guidance stone lock removed. Now, let's do this thing. Chica Slate authenticated. Camera, Hyrule Compendium, and album missing files confirmed. Starting repair. And just like that, we get the camera and photo albums. This unlocks a few quests along the way, lets us do some other stuff, and sets up for something very important. But we will get to that later. Repair complete. And it's done. So, is it all fixed up now? Let's see here. Which one is it? Camera, Hyrule Compendium, album. Yep, looks good. So, I know this is sudden, but hear me out. Take a picture of me with the camera. Oh, and don't forget to let me see it. So, pull up the camera. Back up a little bit. Look her in the eye and say, cheese. That'll do. Snap! How's the picture taking going? Do you get a cute pic of me with the camera? I took one. Ooh, I can't wait to see it. Let me see, let me see. My, who is this beautiful young creature? Huh? Oh, I guess that's my cue. Sorry, I kinda lost it there. It wasn't on purpose. It's not just a pretty girl in these images. Yes, there are also some old landscape photos stored in the album. I knew Princess Zelda had made frequent use of the camera feature, but this... Hey, Linky, it dawns on me that you were Princess Zelda's appointed knight, which means there's a strong possibility that you accompanied her to all of the places that were taken, or where these pictures were taken. Oh, right. The lost memory thing could prove troublesome. But don't lose hope! It just means these pictures could be the missing piece to help restore your lost memories. If my hunch is correct, I suggest you check in with Impa. She knows more about Princess Zelda than even I do. Oh yeah, there's just one more thing I need from you. You don't have to worry about this until after you see Impa, but I want you to bring me back some ancient materials. Bring them either to me or to Robbie at Akala Ancient Tech Lab. As if my joy weren't enough, if you bring us ancient materials, we'll give you something good as a reward. Alright, let's do this. So this updates this quest. This is a very important one if you want to get all the story stuff. And we can bring in ancient materials to here. And we've got some ancient materials to work with. Right at the end here. He may actually be able to... may actually have enough to do something with. But, one way or the other, that'll wait till next time. And next time we will get some very important upgrades. But until then, Magius out.